Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Cooking with Mario. I'm Chef Mario from the Newburgh Deli. I want to thank you for being faithful to the show. Thanks for all the positive feedback and the comments at the deli on how you like the show. I'm really enjoying it as much as you are. This week I've got a unique episode in that I'm not really going to cook for you, but I'm going to show you some of the ingredients that help you become a healthier person. You know, and if you want to enjoy life, you need to become healthier so you can not doctor and nurse so much with your ailments, so you can get out there and do the things you want to do. Did you ever hear that expression, you are what you eat? When we come back, I'm going to show you how the foods that you eat can make you a better you with this week's episode with Foods That Heal. Right back in a minute.
Enter to win 2 free tickets to the amazing Harlem Globetrotters at the PPL Center. The ultimate in basketball performance will entertain you and your family with unforgettable memories. You can win these 2 free tickets at the PPL Center. Go to 2freeticketslv.com.
When you're looking for the perfect place to host a wedding reception, class reunion, shower, or banquet, call The Loft at Sawmill Golf Course. The Loft at Sawmill offers the rustic ambiance of a beautifully restored century-old barn and features a deck with a scenic view of the golf course. Combine the cozy atmosphere with top-quality catering, plenty of parking, and a fully stocked bar, and you have the perfect place for your special day. The Loft at Sawmill is located on Sullivan Trail, only minutes from Route 33. Visit theloftatsawmill.com or call us today to reserve your next event.
Searching for the best educational experience for your child in the Lehigh Valley? At St. Michael the Archangel, we will assist your child in reaching their full potential in a safe, nurturing environment where respect and safety are our priority. We don't just teach students, we inspire leaders by developing strong Christian values while achieving academic excellence. St. Michael the Archangel School, nurturing students, challenging minds, inspiring faith-filled leaders. St. Michael the Archangel School, the total package.
Win 2 free tickets to Monster Jam at the PPL Center and join us in our private suite with food and beverage. Visit Esagentis Plumbing online today to get all the details and enter to win. At Esagentis Plumbing, we provide a great plumbing service at affordable rates. We believe in giving back to the community, so don't wait. Visit us online and enter today.
Not happy with what you see in the mirror? You can buy a new mirror, or you can visit Body by Sage, located in Bethlehem, for a strawberry laser inch loss treatment. It's instant, it's painless, it's inch loss. For more information, give us a call today or visit us at bodybysage.com.
We're back in the kitchen here, Chef Mario, Newburgh Deli, newburghdeli.com. Thanks for listening. You ever hear that expression, like I said in the intro, you are what you eat. And let's face it, if you live on fast food and hot dogs and cigarettes and candy, you're going to kind of feel like that after a while. So eventually, all of us have to put something good in. You ever hear that expression, garbage in, garbage out? Well, if you put good in, you get good comes out. I've been in the food business a long time, off and on for, 30 years plus, but I was very fortunate to be raised by a mother who was extremely nutrition minded. And I take some of that into my cooking every day in the kitchen, when I cook for you at the deli, and also for my family. And we have to eat certain foods because it's part of your makeup. You were created that way and they were put on this earth to help you. Today's episode is Foods That Heal. You might say, well, heal me from what? There's a wide array of ailments out there that could affect us. I want to talk about some minor things and one major illness today that we can tackle to a degree if we put our minds to it. God gave us, the Creator gave us enormous amount of plants and products and foods and animals out there to sustain us. And I really believe that, if your body is sick, if you give it what it needs, it can do a great job of healing. Excuse me. Unfortunately, we've put a lot of faith in other people and institutions to take the place of that natural process. And this is certainly not a dig against the medical industry, or there's definitely a time and a place for good doctors, but you can be your best doctor because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Let me share how it works with you. For example, we've got prunes here in this bag. Prunes, they're a great source of fiber. They taste good. They're good on your cereal. And, they're just an awesome dried plum process. And we could talk about that all day long. But the moment that this company tells you that prunes is good as a laxative, or it's good to prevent constipation, as we all know from the folklore, as soon as they make a medical claim, the prunes become what? They become a drug. And the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, regulates what we say about food products. So we have to be very careful. And the disclaimer here is today is I'm not a doctor, I'm not prescribing anything, and I'm certainly not making claims that any of this is going to do anything for you. However, there is a lot of folklore, empirical data, and sheer testimony on the miracle powers of food. So, let's take these prunes. They're a great diuretic. Everyone knows a laxative, prune juice can help things, flow. But it's not really a drug, it's a food. So you get the concept. So way back in the day, in 1913, there was a lot of changes in the way that we employed medicine in America. Most medicine in America was done by way of what's called homeopathy. Homeopathy means it was done by ethnobotany or ethnobotanists, or people that were herbalists or people that used plants to heal. For example, the greens on this plant here in this red beet, had some sort of medicinal quality to them if it was processed correctly and introduced to the patient. I'm just making that for example. So an ethnobotanist, utilized all sorts of things back in the day before 1913. They would use essential oils, minerals, salves, natural chemical compounds, plants, animal products, you name it, to help cure the average person. But in 1913, things changed a bit. Rockefeller Foundation got involved, and the FDA was formed along with that mysterious year of the Federal Reserve. We'll talk about that later. But things changed, and we went from a homeopathy process of curing and healing and preventing to what's called an allopathic or allopathy process. And allopathic medicine was incorporated or brought over here from Germany. In the 1800s, a scientist, doctor by the name of Hahnemann, where we get this Hahnemann Hospital in Philadelphia, I believe, he was the one that introduced allopathic medicine. Allopathic medicine, if you don't know, is medicine that more or less utilizes drugs, all sorts of cutting and operations and physical alteration of your body, which was contrary to the prior. So just to give you a quick history lesson on how we do medicine today, that's where we're at. But you can prevent illnesses by taking the right foods, and you can surely treat some minor and even major illnesses by utilizing foods. For example, everyone knows that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Why'd they say that? Because apples have been proven scientifically to be a great source of fiber. They have pectin, they have all sorts of antioxidant properties, and we've got some healthy pomegranates here. Beautiful tropical fruit, pomegranate. You want to eat things like this that are dark in color, not only for their antioxidant properties, but red beets, pomegranate, things like that. These fruits have serious detoxing values. You're constantly cleansing and flushing your cells in your body. That's what it's all about. It's all about cell cleansing, cell restoration, cell replacement, proper cell mutation, and these type of products enhance that process. They fire your system up, and they give you the ability to do natural functions. And anything dark purple, my mom always told me, call it blackberries, pomegranates, red beets, surely a great aid in the improvement of eyesight as well. What an awesome source God's given us with some of these products. This is a superficial overview. Again, the red beets, you want to slice them down, and you want to use the red beet juice or the water, the broth that you boil the red beets in, as a detox. And this will definitely help you flush poisons out of your system. My wife and I, 5 years ago, were severely poisoned by black mold in the Poconos over a 6-month period. Didn't know it, but the only treatment we could do, homeopathically, was to drink that red beet juice derived from the boiling of organic red beets. Another incredible product. You want to try it. Mangoes, a lot of medicinal products in mangoes. Oranges, wonderful stuff. We've got vitamin C. We have bioflavonoids, ester C, all kinds of things to fight, illnesses and prevent colds and flus and what have you. This is a general overview. Last but not least, cabbage. Interesting. Cabbage, it's a wonderful product. You got to get it organic though. If you cut this cabbage and juice it, believe it or not, it's been proven to help tremendously with dietary issues in the lower GI. Call it ulcers, ulcerative colitis, bleeding ulcers, colon issues. Cabbage in its raw organic form in a juice is a miracle worker. There was a gal back in the 80s that my mother and I helped. She was only 18 and she had ulcerative colitis. You might know somebody who has that, bleeding ulcers on the lower colon. And she was doctoring for years, and she has all kinds of steroids and antibiotics for years, and she was just a mess, this poor girl. We put her on that glass a day of this organic cabbage juice for 2 weeks. Tastes like the devil. Sorry, it's just awful, awful tasting stuff. But boy, did she get results. In less than 3 weeks, she was completely healed from her ulcerative colitis. Look it up. Do some research on cabbage. Back to some of the stuff that we're going to spend a little more time with, and that is, hey, you got a cold? Everyone gets a cold now and then. And in order to get rid of a cold, you got to have something naturally that'll boost your immune system. And one of those things is a combination cocktail I like to use, in the kitchen, and that's this cocktail of garlic. I know we use a lot of garlic in the show, and it's like every Italian cook's favorite ingredient, and it tastes good. And some people don't like it because it makes them repeat, or they don't like the smell of it, and that's fine and all. But there's enormous medicinal properties in garlic. I mean, did you ever watch them old movies back in the 40s and 50s? With the Count Dracula and things like that, and Boris Karloff and all those things. They had, some of the movies even had big stalks of garlic hanging from the doorways of someone's bedroom to ward off so-called evil spirits and vampires. There's a lot of folklore that goes with that, but along with that folklore is definitely some serious medicinal testimony that says that things like this garlic are really, really good for you. So if you want to get this concoction together to help your cold, if you're tired of coughing and hacking at work and you're driving your co-employees crazy, or you're up all night with the dry throat, coughing and hacking, there's a way to sort of stifle that. I'm not saying that your cold is going to go away in 11 seconds like it's an instant cure-all, but here's one method you want to employ. Get yourself a little jar like this, or a mason jar. This happened to be an old pepper jar, and you want to smash some garlic into that jar, and you want to put more garlic than that, but for instructional purpose I'll utilize 3-4 cloves of garlic. Garlic has a chemical compound called allicin in it, and allicin has been proven to kill bacteria and to prevent certain colds and flus. We've got apple cider vinegar. This is definitely not the best vinegar you want to use. You want to use some organic vinegar in a glass bottle, a little higher priced product, but just for instructional purposes, you want to put about a cup of apple cider vinegar into that jar. Look at that, I'm putting that lid back on there. So, and once you get that apple cider vinegar, your next ingredient is going to be honey. You might say, why? Well, first of all, apple cider vinegar has got this enormous antibacterial properties. I mean, you can soak your feet in diluted water with apple cider vinegar, and if you've got athlete's foot, like chronic athlete's feet, it'll cure it within a day or so. There's so many properties in apple cider vinegar. I'm not the inventor of it, or it's just incredible. You got to do some research on how apple cider vinegar can change your life. We've got that garlic, we've got apple cider vinegar. Next one is honey. We put honey, not the cheap honey. You got to get the good honey. You got to get the raw honey, not those little plastic honey bears at the dollar store you find. That isn't going to do it. You got to get the homegrown stuff around the corner that your favorite beekeeper uses, and you're going to do it. Now, you might have a honey jar at home that's all crystallized. It's been there for 6 months. By the way, honey can last about 9,000 years if you take care of it. You want to get that crystallized honey. It's hard to get out with a spoon. Put it in a pot of boiling water. All right? That's what you want to do. You never want to put the honey in the microwave. That's a major no-no, because honey is a live food product. Comes from bees, obviously, and even though it comes from bees, it has a lot of B complex in it and a lot of vitamin B's, B12, B6, I believe. And when you introduce honey to your body, especially with this tincture I'm making over here, bee products have been known to fight a lot of bacteria and influenza type properties. So we're going to let that warm up a little bit inside of the jigger there, or inside of the pot. I call everything a jigger. Let me get this out of the way. Again, while that honey's simmering up, you know, the FDA, again, they regulate things that you put in your body. If you say that it's a health product, then hey, they're going to put the stamp of pharmaceutical on it. But interesting enough, when you put something topically on your body, you know, call it a salve or an ointment or makeup, anything topically, the FDA has no regulation per se over the administration of it or the claims that you make in an external product. It's only things ingested, i.e. toothpaste, food, even food products that we claim as being healthy or can prevent or cure. That's when the FDA gets a little aggressive with things. But interesting enough, this is why we have a problem in America. And I'll tell you why. You know, we all know about cancer awareness. Every time you turn around, we've got somebody wearing a pink ribbon. They're running some sort of, 5-mile trek to bring awareness to cancer, and we're going to donate to this society. And I get it. You know, we're all aware that there's cancer, and there's 1 out of 4 people in America, you know, eventually is going to get cancer. It's an epidemic. So why don't we have more awareness and regulation as to what's in the topically applied products that unfortunately contribute to cancer, and we would have a lot less cancer if we stepped it up on the regulation of the petrochemicals that goes in the topical product. A little sideshow there, but that's just my opinion from what I've learned over the years in the healthy industry. So back to these food products. You know, now we have this honey that is ready to go, and we're going to put it right in that mixture. This is about the extent. Look at the honey just flowing now. It's beautiful. It's like the land of Israel back in Genesis. It's a land flowing with garlic and honey. No, it's milk and honey. That's right. Yeah. So that's what you want to do. About a tablespoon and a half of really good honey in that jar. Here's what you do. And you get that jar and you just shake the daylights out of it for about 20 seconds or so. Make sure all those properties combine. Something synergistically happens in this blend. Don't ask me. God did it, and it's a cocktail that has enormous, medicinal properties. You're going to take that and you're going to put it in your refrigerator for a day. It has to ferment for a day. Once it ferments for a day, if you still have your cold, open it up, get a spoon, and put a tablespoon of this stuff in the spoon and take it down. Now I know it's going to taste like, transmission fluid or something. It's really going to perk you up. Let's just say that. But the properties and the results of this product, I promise you, will help you stop your cold in its tracks, and it'll reduce whatever's going on in your body and reverse, that bacterial infection that you have. So what an awesome concept, killing the colds, if you will. Back to, here we go, a banana. Banana a day is great too. It's great for fiber. It has potassium, obviously, but they say when the banana gets like this in its darker days and it gets more spotty, if you do research, you'll find out that those spots there is evidence of a chemical that exists in the banana when it's ultra ripe that has been proven to help reduce cancer cells and help you reverse, that unnatural cellular structures in your body. A lot of research in bananas. Check it out. This is foods that heal you, folks. I'm telling you, it's great stuff. You are what you eat, and it's time to get busy on eating foods that are good for us. Here's aloe vera. A lot of medicinal qualities in aloe vera. We could go on and on about that. Mostly topical, and you can drink aloe vera, by the way. Good for the digestive system. There's one more I really want to talk about, 2 more actually. I don't have a picture of it, but one of them is the guanabana fruit. I lived in Panama, And this fruit was everywhere. It's a tropical fruit, and it's commonly known as the graviola fruit, or the Old English is soursop. Why is that fruit so important? Well, one, you can't hardly get it here, so it makes it challenging, but it contains this vitamin called B17. And this B17 is really the most controversial of supplements or vitamins on the planet. And let's just say that there's people in this world that unfortunately that don't want you to have B17. And they say because it could be harmful for you, but the reality is the data on B17 is so enormous in respects to reversing cancer properties in your body. It's overwhelming. Many people have experienced shrinkage of tumors down to nothing, and the removal of cancer cells. They look at it as a very positive alternative to chemotherapy and radiation. Sadly, we can't get the guanabana here in the States much, only if you shop in some real hardcore Latino supermarket or an Asian shop that sells nothing but Chinese fruits and vegetables in the city. You might find it there, and you're to scoop the pulp out, squeeze the juice, with a cheesecloth, etc., and drink that juice, and the seed's enormous cancer-fighting properties. Another one, we don't have a full picture of it, but you'll get the idea, is apricots. Apricots. We know them in their original production. Apricot is like a plum, when it's unripened and it comes off the tree. It's round and it's soft, it's kind of fuzzy. It's in the peach family. But when we get the apricot, this is dried apricots, obviously, it's been processed. But the real raw apricots, if you cut them in half and turn them like you would an avocado of sorts, there is a pit in an apricot. And in that apricot hard pit, you bang it open with a small hammer, and there's flesh inside of that seed. And that flesh and the apricot kernel, it's called, really has an enormous amount of B17, just like the guanabana. And it has a chemical property called Laetrile. And Laetrile has been proven. Now, the FDA and the pharmaceutical giants actually took, the seed of the apricot, and they did massive studies on what the apricot seed can do medicinally to fight cancer. And they were so successful in finding these properties and saw that it really wasn't a placebo effect. It truly was a miracle product to fight cancer cells. But unfortunately, they put it on the shelf because the pharmaceutical industry is not able to patent that seed, because it is a naturally derived product. It comes from nature or the creator. And remember, a human entity cannot patent something that the creator gave us. Therefore, it was unprofitable for them. I'm just giving you a bit of off the beat, information, stuff you're not going to hear too much on the 6 o'clock news or down at the drugstore. And I'll tell you this. Did you ever notice every time you turn around, there's a new building being torn down? And then there's a new pharmacy that goes up, and then there's a new so-called health network building. I'm sorry, folks, we're not getting healthier. America's getting sicker. And we need to take care of our bodies a whole lot more. We need to invest good things in our bodies as a preventative. And it's healthier, it's more affordable. We don't have to have all the worries about what's going to happen to me tomorrow. We don't have to be addicted to certain medications if we have some preventive medicine in our family. Foods that heal are awesome, and you can take charge of your life, and you should, because your family's worth it. You want to enjoy the things of life. Every day I wake up, in closing, and my goal is, Lord, help me be a blessing to someone today. Help me to give them a good food product at the deli. Help me to help someone who's less fortunate, and help us to be kind to strangers. And this information, I believe with all my heart, is powerful information to help you. This is for your betterment and your admonition. I hope you receive it in the right spirit. I'm so grateful to share this information. I'll leave you with a quote by a very famous motivational speaker named Jim Rohn. He said, "Take care of your body, because it's the only place you have to live." This is Mario from the Newburgh Deli with my first episode of Foods That Heal. I hope you get something from it, and I hope you take this knowledge and information. It's powerful. Change your life change your cell makeup, change the way you feel, and go out there and make an impact for the world. Thanks so much. I wish you the very best. God bless you, and God bless America.
Win 2 free tickets. Fueled by Raymond Recording Group, 21 Pilots has announced their upcoming Emotional Roadshow World Tour, which will include a stop at the PPL Center on Tuesday, January 24th at 7 p.m. Join S. Agentis Plumbing, Mr. Reuter, and Agentis Kitchen and Bath in our private suite with food and drink included. Go to 2freeticketslv.com to register to win.
When you're looking for the perfect place to host a wedding reception, class reunion, shower, or banquet, call The Loft at Sawmill Golf Course. The Loft at Sawmill offers the rustic ambiance of a beautifully restored century-old barn and features a deck with a scenic view of the golf course. Combine the cozy atmosphere with top-quality catering, plenty of parking, and a fully stocked bar, and you have the perfect place for your special day. The Loft at Sawmill is located on Sullivan Trail, only minutes from Route 33. Visit theloftatsawmill.com or call us today to reserve your next event.
Hello, my name's Ken Margraf from Interstate Fleets. We specialize in leasing and servicing vehicles for nonprofit organizations. These organizations provide valuable services for people in our community. Here's a great example of one of those organizations and the great work that they do.
LifePath is an organization that provides homes and programs to individuals with autism and intellectual and developmental disabilities. LifePath has 4 adult day programs, 100 community homes, a psychiatric clinic, and numerous other programs that help make the lives of individuals with disabilities a little easier. We aim to provide everyday lives to the people we serve and do this through providing opportunities to work, live, volunteer, and recreate in the communities that we live. We are always looking for good people to join our team. Are you looking for a rewarding career that can make the difference in someone else's life? If so, LifePath might be the place for your new life path.
Searching for the best educational experience for your child in the Lehigh Valley? At St. Michael the Archangel, we will assist your child in reaching their full potential in a safe, nurturing environment where respect and safety are our priority. We don't just teach students, we inspire leaders by developing strong Christian values while achieving academic excellence. St. Michael the Archangel School, nurturing students, challenging minds, inspiring faith-filled leaders. St. Michael the Archangel School, the total package.
Not happy with what you see in the mirror? You can buy a new mirror, or you can visit Body by Sage, located in Bethlehem, for a strawberry laser inch loss treatment. It's instant, it's painless, it's inch loss. For more information, give us a call today or visit us at bodybysage.com.